line tuner for guitar. Okay, so back to what I was saying here. Guitar tuner capo. Let's just look up capo, and here's something else we can do. Guitar and tuner. Capo, guitar, tuner. Each one of them one per line rather than a complete phrase. Because that phrase didn't pop up right away, this will give me a good idea of this combination of three broad search terms. Okay, so here we have it. It brings up terms like guitar, electronics, Gibson, Fender, tuner, rock band, amplifier, guitar songs, and then there's capo, auto tuner. Okay, so some of the words that are looking interesting there are obviously guitar, electronics, and Fender keeps coming up, so maybe that's a good one for me to focus this article around. Tuner, let's see, what else? Tuning, amplifier, I might use that one. Let's talk about the electric guitars. Guitar songs, because we're going to be tuning for various guitar songs. Guitar lessons, no, let's hold off on that one for now. Capo, auto tuner, we might bring that up. And so there we have a nice series of 10 selected keywords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download those keyword ideas, and I would like them in the CSV format. The reason that I want the CSV format, which is comma separated values, is because I'm going to use my Google Docs account, or if you have Excel or really any text editor, you'll be able to read this file. So it just is going to pop up there saying, would you like to download? And you say yes. And then, so now I can remember those. So let me uncheck all of those. Now the next thing that I want to do is go over to this traffic estimator. Now this is a pretty cool tool that is it's relatively new. I haven't seen it for a while, but guitar tuner capo. So if we write a general article that is after that phrase, it'll tell you, okay, you're going to have each month, this phrase has a global monthly search of about 46 times and a local monthly search of 28. And if I were to run an advertisement for it, the cost per click would be about 5 cents, and I would be the only one advertising for it. And they're brutally honest that you would probably not get any daily clicks from that. So what that tells me is I need to redefine this. So let's do it one per line. Guitar tuning or tuner capo. So rather than having my entire article all about guitar tuner with a capo, I'm going to change it up a little bit. And as you can see, what it does now is it gives you these broad search terms. So for guitar tuner and capo, I can estimate 5,000 daily clicks for the term guitar, 1,000 for tuner, and close to 200 for capo. Okay, so if let's kind of change this up, and let's say guitar capo and tuner capo. Take that lower term and pair it up with those high expensive and high competition terms and see what we come up with. Alright, there we go. Guitar capo, I'm looking at about 5 daily clicks, and there are still 12,000 local monthly and 22,000 global monthly. Okay, so tuner capo not really working so well for me. So the guitar capo is a search term that I want to focus this article around. And in that article, I need to use some of these search term keyword ideas that I have downloaded from the keyword tool from Google. And now if you can see, if you just open it up, you get just a bunch of stuff that just does not look like what you're after. But you can either sift through it and see guitar, electronics, there's the keywords, or you can use your Excel or Google documents and you can upload it there and view those keywords in a nice format. So I'm going to pause the video real fast and go ahead and upload that into a nicer looking format for you all. Okay, so what I've done is I've cleaned up the keywords down here, and this is not exactly an Excel spreadsheet, but it'll do for our purposes now. And I've sort of provided a simple layout for this article so that you can get a picture of how you can go about using your keyword sets to create an article. The first thing that I like to do is write out my keywords nice and clearly so I can see them, so I can really get a visual aspect of where I need this article to go, in what direction. And then the next thing that I like to do is formulate, if possible, a title, which I've done here. But many times the title will, for me, the way I like to write, the title might come after I've written the article, because sometimes articles will go in different directions. But this one I've done a pretty good job of directing where I want the article to go, and so I have a pretty good idea of what the title can be. So I haven't written the article yet, but this is where I will write the content, and I've got three main ideas. The first one is, since I already have the title in place, which is going to be how to use a capo on a Fender guitar to play any song. Okay, let's look at that title first before I jump into the content. What do you see right away? First of all, it's something that seems like an article that someone might be interested in reading just because it provides a sense of knowledge. You want to write you want your article to be something that you might want to read yourself, or provide interest. I mean, even if it's not a topic you're interested in, it needs to be something that if you were to be browsing through the internet, it might catch your eye and provide some sort of value, whether it's something that's funny or something that's scandalous, or something that's exciting, or something that's interesting to read, some sort of educational material, or something that appeals to our senses, like an article about food or recipes or something along those lines. It just needs to be something catchy. You just don't want to write, in other words, I wouldn't want the title just to be something as boring as what my keywords look like. In other words, if it just said electronics Fender tuning amplifier, that's nonsensical for humans, because we're trying to appeal to humans again through the title. Yes, these keywords are going to be great for the search engine robots as they're going through and trying to figure out what the article is about. But with the title, you're trying to appeal to humans. So I've got a nice how to use a capo on a Fender guitar to play any song. It's a little bit long, but it hopefully will do the job. So now let's jump over. One last thing I wanted to say before we go to content is, in the title, I still have used a lot of these keywords: capo, guitar, Fender guitar, play any song. These things, using keywords in your title is a good idea if you can do it in a pleasing manner that makes sense to humans. So just keep that in mind. Now let's move on to the content. I haven't written it all out yet. Whenever I get it posted, maybe I'll add a link here or something. But this is just to give you an idea of how I would go about building an article like this. So there's some obvious things that someone who reads this title wants to know. First of all, we need to clue them in on what a capo is, maybe with a picture and a quick definition. Something very simple, but still interesting to look at. You don't want to be too boring right off the bat. How to use it with a Fender guitar. Here I'm referring to the capo. I mean, that's really what this whole article is about. And this is going to be the main part of the article, where I will use a good 1 to 3 full paragraphs to explain this process. Again, think about people on the internet. They do not want to spend much time reading anything. They want their information very quickly, and then they want to move on, or whatever the case may be. They want to buy, or they want to, hopefully you want them to buy off your page, or they get distracted by something. And anyways, the point is you need to get to the point, kind of like me right now. So this is where I'm going to get to the point. And then finally, how to use it to change the song key. That's also sort of inherently written in this article title. The point is that you need to tell them what you're going to tell them in the title. So that's what I hope to do with this content. And then it's up to me if I've got my digital product done, maybe at the end I direct them towards a link where they can go check out more information about my guitar instructional video when it's all said and done. Or if not, maybe beforehand, if I have some sort of drop shipping guitar in place, I could direct them towards a place where they could pick up a capo or a Fender guitar. Or I could just try to get them to do something like get on my emailing list. You know, it's whatever. The point is that you want to have some sort of action for them to take at the end of your article. All right, so that should give you a pretty good idea of how this whole process works. And if you do this well, you will find a fair amount of quality, highly directed traffic coming to your website. And obviously you're going to need to write more than just one article if you want some heavy traffic, which we all want. So you want to make this a regular sort of thing. But if it's difficult or if it's wearing you out, just relax with it. You know, do a few articles whenever you have time for it, and then sit back and watch the results through some analytics and see what's working and what articles are bringing in traffic and how you're doing. And through this process, you're going to learn how to really tweak your content in order to get those ultimate customers, or highly defined user base, in order to ultimately offer them your products that you're creating. So that wraps it up for this research, this keyword research tool, and how you can use it to create an article. And the last thing that I wanted to say is that when this is all said and done, you will want to make sure that you've got your nice title in place, your content, any videos or pictures that you can supplement with that content. People love that. And then finally, make sure that depending on your whether you're coding this yourself in HTML, or if you're using some sort of web master to help you out to create your website, make sure that you get your keywords in there. If somebody else is doing this for you, be sure to send your keyword sets with that article so that they post them up in there, and that will really help to drive that quality traffic. All right, as always, if you have any questions, please post them below in the comments area, and I will do my best to clear this up for you. I hope this has begun to make a better picture in your mind of how this whole process works. And the best thing you can do is get out there and try it out yourself, find some niche article topics, and write some articles. Get them posted. It's fun once you get it going.